From crazy explosions to realistic graphics to real-time border simulation, this trailer is phenomenal. We're going to be looking at over 79 hidden details inside of this trailer, and we're also going to be looking at some very key details that a lot of you might have missed. First of all, it's very clear the customization in this game is just going to be next level. I mean, look at the fact that Jason in this first shot looks completely ripped and jacked. That's because we have the gym returning. So not only are we going to be able to customize Jason's beard, his hair, but we are also going to be able to upgrade his physique. We're really getting the best of both worlds. We're getting the gym back from San Andreas and the real-time hair simulation and the elite customization in Red Dead 2. The cops in this game are also going to be much more advanced. We can see a bunch of NPCs here getting busted. This one guy gets completely shoved by a police officer, and this other guy here looks like he's being cornered up against the wall as police ask him questions. This is the first time we're seeing an undercover cop car in a GTA game. All in all, the police are getting a huge buff, guys, so be careful when you're out there in Vice City. Another interesting thing is this is the first time we see a police character in a GTA trailer. So does this mean we're getting some sort of police antagonist like Agent Milton or Agent Ross from the Redemption series? If so, that would be sick. We also have this heist that looks so sick. We have a car pulling a bank vault behind it. If you guys don't know, this scene is inspired by Fast and Furious, and someone leaked this a long time ago. They claimed that there was going to be a Fast and Furious inspired scene. Next up, we have the reflections. The reflections in this game are nothing short of stunning. I mean, look at this car scene where you can see that all the windows in Jason's car reflect the environment perfectly. Crazy, right? The render distance is also going to be insane. I mean, take a look at what happens if we zoom into this section all the way out here. We can still visibly see cars, foliage, everything really. In the opening shot, we can see a raccoon rummaging through the trash can. You can really tell that animals are going to have much more of a presence in this game. Okay, now let's look at the explosion because there's a lot to talk about here. Notice how the car on the right is completely flung back by the explosion. So is the car in the middle, but the car on the left isn't impacted at all. This shows us that the weight of the cars impacts how they react to the explosion. You can also see that Lucia's hair is completely flung back by the explosion. We can see that the dollar bills in this game have the same presidents on them as the presidents in Red Dead 2. Could this mean that the universes are somehow linked? Who knows? We can see that Jason and Lucia have a pet snake, which is a very interesting pet choice, and it implies that we might be able to buy pets in the game. This opening shot shows Jason entering a door frame, and it might be the first glimpse we have of the game cutting from cutscene to gameplay. Given the fact that Lucia is wearing community service attire and that we see community service workers in the game, you can likely expect that there's going to be some mission where we have to do community service, similar to how Michael had to do yoga. Pretty mundane if you ask me, but they have to add these things in to make the story a bit longer. We can see that in every single clip, Lucia can be seen wearing an ankle monitor, which shows us that Rockstar is using creative ways to lock us down to certain areas of the map. We can see in this clip that Jason is wearing AirPods, which suggests that we can listen to music anytime we want, not only when we're in a car. We can also see that the metro is finally returning in the game. We already knew this from the leaks. In this shot, we can see that the liquid is dynamically rendered in the beer bottles as it is moving with Jason's movement. You can also see this again when Lucia and Jason clank their bottles together. The physics are going to be insane. Just take a look at how these coins individually move when Jason pulls back the tilt. The ammunition commercial shows us that we have a lot of new guns in this game. We can also see that the beer bottle is fizzing, and we can see foam piling up at the top of this beer. Very, very detailed. There's also a PlayStation controller as well as a PS5 that's shown in this scene. Jason can get physically sweaty after working in the heat. Weights resting in the sand means that sand can actually be pushed by objects. Bullet impacts are a lot more realistic. Take a look at how the bullets strike this helicopter and then how they strike the ground, creating this almost atmospheric effect. In this screenshot, we can see people playing basketball, and then right beside them, we can see cops making an arrest. Also in this beach scene, we can see someone with a metal detector, we can see some people playing sports, some people just chilling. All this NPC variety makes the map feel so much more alive. Lucia most likely specializes in hand-to-hand combat, as we can see through this fight scene and her description on the site. Assuming this isn't just for a cutscene, we should be able to leap onto vehicles in the game. The cushioning on the sofa compresses as Lucia leaps onto it. Insane detail. This trunk might be where we store our weapons in the game, similar to how people theorized. Here we can see that the nail polish is chipped, showing incredible attention to detail. When Lucia climbs off from this building, we can see the sole of her shoes realistically bend as she climbs down. The car interiors are just so much more realistic in this game. The ray tracing in this game is also next level. Take a look at how the sunlight hits imitates our two protagonists. It just looks so beautiful. The high-vis vests in the game actually reflect light like they would in real life. The steering wheel is worn down and has cracks on it from constant heat exposure. It's crazy that they'd even think of a detail like that. The police badge sways with the character's movement. This guy appears twice in the trailer, meaning that he could be a potential side character. Beer spills out of this can and the bubbles actually float on the water. This beer bottle refracts the light coming out of the PS4 controller. Insane. Particles come out of the boxing bag as Lucia punches it. Now here's the crazy thing, the mud girl from trailer 1 actually returns. So as we can see in trailer 1, she is wearing this hat. And this hat can be seen again in trailer 2 right over here. She's definitely going to be an important character inside the game. This guy knew the full name of Jason and Lucia before the second trailer even came out. How did he know this? He definitely had some insider information. There's no way this was a lucky guess. This is by far the most photorealistic shot I've ever seen in a video game. I'm struggling to believe that this is gameplay footage, man. Insane. People found additional screenshots that you wouldn't normally find on the website. This first image, look at the lighting, man. The neon vibrant lights of Vice City just look so beautiful. In this next shot, we get kind of a broad view of what the city is going to look like. Again, an overhead shot, beautiful. And here we have the lush greenery. This is just like Red Dead 2, but on steroids. Now, one of the craziest things is that Rockstar confirmed that the entire trailer was captured in-game using a PS5. That just blows my mind. From this scene, we can confirm that planes will finally have detailed interiors. There is a sign that says Crossroad Park Mini Mall, suggesting that we might find shopping malls inside the game. Judging from the window of this car, it looks like we might have working windshield wipers in the game. Sunburns are also incredibly realistic. This guy was clearly wearing a headband, and that's why his entire body is sunburnt besides that one area. It looks like we have a brand new vehicle in the game. Now, it's probably not the fastest, but it does look pretty funny. The watches in the game actually display the real world time. As we can see in this shot, the time reads 10 o'clock and it looks about 10 o'clock. In the background of this shot, we can see a girl taking selfies and she has a tripod right next to her, implying that she's an influencer. I wonder if we're going to see a lot more of these guys in the game. If you take a closer look at this scene, you can see a shark underneath the water. Very scary stuff, man. Mini golf and pool are most likely going to be activities in the game now. We can see that this sign is partially lit as some of the lights have stopped working. Just another incredible detail. We can finally lean outside of vehicles and shoot. We see Jason doing it here and this other NPC doing it here. This is a much awaited feature and I'm so glad it's back in the game. In this shot where Jason and Lucy are sitting next to a lake, we can see rubbish and debris floating on the water just like it would in real life. Incredible detail. In this screenshot, we can see Lucia's license plate says Gloriana, which appears to represent Georgia. Now, if this is true, this means we're going to have states outside of Florida inside of the game. Lastly, can we just talk about how Jason has had the biggest glow up in gaming history? I mean, in the first trailer, this guy looked like your average Joe, just a generic white character. But now, this guy looks ripped, handsome, amazing. I don't care how sus that sounds, I just can't wait to play as him, bro. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.